So welcome back to more Mega Man 7, where last we left off we went to an auto parts factory and then a castle for some reason. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Slash Man stage. And Slash Man should bring about some familiar, I guess, movie themes. So let's just go ahead and take a look. And here we see it as Billy and the Clonosaurus, just as we imagined it. And with all this, this is going to be a dinosaur-themed stage, so naturally you got a Stegosaurus to attack you, you got, let's see, some missiles to worry about. Unfortunately, you can only hit this thing in the head, so we gotta wait a little bit. And it only took one shot. Well, go figure. Let's see, we picked up some pretty useful things along the way, including a proto-shield. This stage is a lot easier once you use the, or if you use the super adapter to make life a little bit easier for you. And that's really the best part about this thing, is that even though I didn't need it, you can use it to fly over certain hazards, just like the Stegosaurus. And then there's this guy too, who would have been a pain in the butt to deal with, but we don't need that. So yeah, it has been a pretty different couple of weeks for me, so even though my class finished, unfortunately I had a bunch of other things going on at that time, and you know, just a lot of things have been getting in the way of me doing this. I'm actually excited about getting back into doing this. I do want to have this done by next week, so hopefully I will. We'll just see. Let's see, with these guys you just want to ride them and then, you know, make sure that... Okay, I wanted that first. But yeah, with those dinosaurs, you just had to make sure that you just don't get knocked off by those enemies. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's see, that's what I wanted to do. Because, yeah, like I was saying before with riding those dinosaurs, it's not that tough. It's just kinda easy to get tripped up and make a mistake and land on spikes. And that's never any fun. Okay, you're gonna shoot again? So yeah, that dinosaur mini-boss can kinda catch you off guard, but overall it's not really that bad. Let's see, earlier before we got a hint that, or from Proto Man, that you can use a fire weapon in the woods. So let's just do just that. Oh god, bees. More bees. So yeah, Mega Man is now an arsonist. And yeah, the Robo Environmental Protection Agency would definitely let me have it if they found out about this. I also like that joke in the Brain Scratch playthrough of this where, and then Nathan said something about Smokey the Bear is gonna kill us for this. But we see a secret ladder here, so let's just go ahead and take it. Yeah, that was close, almost got burned. And here our buddy Beats here. So let's just go ahead and free him. And you can only use the Mega Buster on the cage. If you use any other weapon, it causes Beat to like fly up in different directions and get all freaked out about it. Let's see, what did I want to use? I'll just demonstrate the Noise Crush charged up. You can do this. Yeah. But anyway, let's see, with this last stretch before Slash Man, it's just a few dinosaurs you have to worry about. Overall, not too tough. Just don't be, or just don't go, be too rash about it. But now we're up to Slash Man, and his weakness is going to be the Freeze Cracker. So let's just bust that out. So let's see, with Slash Man, he's just close range fighter, so that's just the way he rolls. Let's see. Yeah, see, I got stuck on that tar thing. And also, if that tar thing lands on your head, then you can't slide or do other things. And unfortunately, it is kind of tough to not get hit by his attacks. I mean, especially when this happens. Alright, just one more. Yeah, we should be okay. And for the boss rush, I am gonna go for Slash Man first, just because, it is pretty easy to lose a lot of health. Now, that's not funny. Okay, just die already. Thank you. Let's just get in the center here. And see, I do really like this weapon. The Slash Claw allows you to, it's a very powerful weapon, even though it is close range, even though it's a very short range weapon. It does do a lot of good damage, and it will be useful against the last boss we have, which is going to be Springman. I mean, we'll run into him pretty soon. Yeah, thanks for that, Dr. Light. So yeah, the Slash Claw. So, some minor technical hiccups later. We are back to take on the final stage, which is going to be Springman. So the thing with the Springman stage is, obviously there are going to be a lot of springs. Go figure. And also, I do like this overall stage design. And that's one thing I commented on in previous videos, is that the level design, even though it does have its hiccups here and there, overall I find it to be the most creative out of the entire series. I mean, with the NES ones, just couldn't do the same things that this game did. And of course, the big gimmick here is that there are going to be a lot of springs, there are going to be a lot of spikes, so you have to navigate accordingly. And this is one stage where the Super Adapter is a borderline godsend, because you're going to need it just to make life a lot easier for you. Alright, just deal with you. And then some clever spring jumping later. Yeah, that wasn't it. Now I guess I gotta keep... Okay, that's what I gotta do. Yeah, unfortunately it has been a while since I played this stage, so just getting back into it. And yeah, the thing I said before with these next 4 levels is that I don't really know what Dr. Wily was on when he decided to make these robots the way they were. I mean, I could understand the Auto Parts Factory, and Robo Jurassic Park was kind of a stretch. But I mean that vampire castle with his name, or with his portrait in it, and then now you got a toy factory for some reason. So either way, yeah, even though it was very creative level design, it also is kind of trippy in hindsight. Let's see, since that 1 star in the background is a different color than the other ones, let's go ahead and check this out. And this is another thing where you have to pay attention to whatever the backgrounds are, because it is pretty easy to find stuff like a giant energy pellet, which is all fine and good. Let's see, is there anything here? Yeah, there might be, I don't really remember. Oh, yep, there is. And I'm just bouncing here on these springs for some reason. Okay, another giant bolt. That's always good. Let's see, do I want to get this? Yeah, I do want the Super Adapter for this. I want the Super Adapter because there's actually some really cool stuff in this area. And the main reason is for... Let's see, I think I want to go here first. Yeah, let's just wait for this thing. And rotate these things, you have to move them over, or just jump on them and move them over. I think the way it rotates is that, depending on what direction you jump on it from. Okay, yeah. Depending on what direction it jumps from, that's where it moves. So let's just wait for that thing to knock off the wall there. And we got ourselves the Hyper Bolt, which is actually Otto's bolt that he was missing. So now Otto can do a much better job of making items. Yeah, I just wanted to go down here. And the reason I wanted to do that was for an energy tank. So let's just get back down here. There really isn't anything of value down there. I mean, that's just an alternate pathway you can take. But overall, that alternate pathway really isn't all that useful. Let's just go here. And yeah, that's the reason why the super adapter makes this stage so much easier. Let's just dispose of you. Because disposing of them is always good. Let's see, I gotta make sure I got everything. Let's see, I might have gotten everything. We'll still have to see. So now we're here at Springman's boss room, and I also like that part up there with the Metul and the female Metul. I just think that's another clever touch in the background. But yeah, Springman's a pretty basic boss fight. Let's see, once you hit him, what he's gonna do is just try and punch you. Overall, not too tough to worry about. Just get rid of you. And yeah, that's the wild coil that it's the weapon you get from Springman, of course. Now right here, I'm just showing off his attacks. And the thing that's gonna make Springman tricky is that he can grab you and then smash it into the ceiling. And that's never any fun. Now stupid invincibility frames. But yeah, that's a thing that makes Springman a little bit tricky at first. But if you have the Slash Claw, this guy's as easy as most of the other bosses. But after I beat him, I'm gonna go back to Otto's shop and then just take care of some things there. You know, just to make sure I got everything. And with that, Springman is done, and we have beaten the last of the other 4 robots. Then again, maybe because Dr. Wily was in such a rush to make these robots, he probably just went by, or he was probably just watching TV or something. He's like, okay, toys, that works. Okay, vampires, that works. Or something like that. I don't really know. This game is kind of weird like that. Then again, this is a Mega Man game. And that's actually going to be pretty useful information as the game goes on. So yeah, the Wild Coil, pretty fun weapon. Though I never really understood this. I mean, you had our Mega Man just went to Dr. Light's lab, and then he comes back a few seconds later, and then this happens. And then it turns out Bass ended up causing this. And yeah, we are going to be seeing those enhancements pretty soon. And yeah, since this is a Mega Man game, you have to of course see that Mega Man's as gullible as he is. Which, according to the cartoon, I thought Dr. Wily said robots can't lie. So I don't really know if, or how Dr. Wily pulled off getting Bass to do this. But then again, I'm not really a robot expert. And yeah, like I said before, we're going to be seeing those pretty soon. Although I never really understood like how villains can like get themselves to go on a TV or something. Like I know Shredder does that in the first Ninja Turtles game. And then there's some other stuff like that. Let's see, since Dr. Wily's ugly face appears, we're gonna go back to Otto's shop. That's because we gotta give him back that Hyper Bolt. And then there's a few other things. So with all that said, let's just see how many we have here. There you go. I also like this, how he has like his wrench. And then Otto just became a lot more badass. Alright, I gotta see this item. Alright, cool. See, there was one thing I forgot to mention. The thing with Beat was that, let's see, he will, pick you up after you fall into a pit, which, he does in Mega Man 10, for those of you who have played it. And, of course, these things all return. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy some weapon tanks, just because I want to be fully stocked before we go to Wily's Castle. And the reason I'm gonna not buy the S-Tank is because you can actually find one in Stage 3 of Wily's Castle. And just like that, you can also find another weapon tank in Stage 3 of Wily's Castle. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. And just in case you didn't find the Rush Search or Rush Jet, which is pretty easy to miss in Junkman stages we've gone over before, they're here, just in case you need them. And then just in case you fall into a pit, you get or you can always refill a Beat token. So that's all fine and good. Well, with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and call the video, so join me next time as we take on Dr. Wily's Castle. See you then.